Hey there, welcome to day 54 of our Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Set that on the table so I do not spill it. Today we're talking about commitment in relationships, and we're picking an area that we're going to apply the growing process over the rest of the month, except for the 29th. We'll do something special since it's a leap year. We are going to pick the relationship today that we want to apply that growing process to. And I picked mine. I went through this process that I'm going to share with you quickly, and I picked mine already. Grab a magnifying glass and let's see what we're talking about. Commitment and relationships. I'm going to talk about a topic as well as on some of the days as we go through the process steps. Sometimes I'll just share a tool. Sometimes I'll talk about a topic like today we're talking about commitment, because we can talk about commitment with respect to our relationships and pick the area we're going to work on all in the same day. We can do that. So how do you go about picking? Let's talk about that first, because that's our action item. Our action item today is to pick the relationship that you're going to apply the growing process to over the next 7 days, and share that in the comments below. Let's share it today so we know who we're working on. If you're working on your mom, if you're working on your siblings, if you're working on your children, if you're working on your granddaughter, if you're working on a specific person, don't say their name, but you can say their relation to you. Maybe you need to work on the relationship with your boss or a coworker. Maybe you've got a challenge with a coworker and you really want to apply this growing process in order to knock it out of the park and get better results in your relationship and actually have a better working relationship. So how do we decide which relationship to pick? Sometimes you know exactly which relationship you want to work on first. Other times there's some competing ones. Like if I were to say I wanted to work on a relationship with my sisters, I've got 3 sisters. So how do I pick among the 3 which relationship I'm going to work on? Because usually you have to work on one relationship at a time. Why? Because we're all super duper different. We're all unique, amazing individuals. And so we have to work on it from that point of view. So the first thing we're going to do is reflect on our values and our goals. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to assess the current state of our relationship. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it improving already? And we want to just gain momentum, etc. Where are you at? And then we want to prioritize the relationships based on importance to us, right? Importance to the results that we want to get in our life. 4, we're going to assess the mutual willingness to grow. Because if you have got a coworker who hates your guts and they have no intent of ever getting along with you or working with you on anything, you're not going to pick that relationship. I mean, even if it's your boss, you're probably going to decide that that's not the relationship to work on, and you want to find better uses of your time and energy and resources. So assess the mutual willingness. If there's no willingness whatsoever and it's like an egg you can't crack, don't bother. 5, we're going to identify opportunities for growth and development. 6, we're going to invest time and energy wisely, of course. And 7, we're going to review and adjust as needed. This goes in a little bit more to the process. You don't really need to be this complicated in picking which relationship you're going to work on. You might just say, hey, I'm going to work on my daughter, or I'm going to work on my son, my relationship with my son. I'm going to work on please don't pick an animal. I almost said dog, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going to pick on growing our relationship with our pets, because pets love us unconditionally for the most part, as long as we treat them well. Just like people, by the way. So pick and share your relationship. And I am in a quandary between my sisters and my mom. So I'll decide. I'll apply this process again. I think it's going to be my mom, but I'll let you know. So second part of this, and as far as the growing process goes, in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page, there is an alternate growing process. I asked ChatGPT to apply the growing process to relationships, and it came up with different words for the growing process. I guess I probably should have thought about that in the first place as I was brainstorming and trying to think of letters and words and steps that went and made it fit to growing. But it's interesting because they did it with examples, and so it's a good read. And of course, many of the steps are the same as the things that we're doing in our growing process. So you can take a look at that. I could sit here and list them all off, but I'm not going to. I mean, I guess I'll list them, but I'm not going to discuss them. G, goal setting. R, reality check. O, options exploration. W, way forward. I, implementation. N, navigating challenges. And G, grow and celebrate. So I think, some of our steps are very similar. As we work through it over the next 7 days, we'll verify that. And then we explored a little bit about commitment and relationships. And I am looking to see whose story I shared today. I shared, and I did write it down, Rosie's story. So Rosie's story about commitment and relationships and the impact that has on your relationships throughout a period of her life. So that's it. Pick your area, and we will hop in tomorrow with the G of the growing process. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.